Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
If somebody think I'm in a rush or something and they want to be a bitch about it, they'll sit there and go slower.
Nearly 8 out of 10 drivers surveyed nationally said they have expressed road rage in the past year. Thank you for joining us. Mike has the evening off. The AAA survey also breaks down the top road rage behaviors, several of which police say could land you criminal charges. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric hit the streets.
Purposefully tailgating, yelling at another driver, honking to show annoyance.
It really is, but you have to stay a space away from them, though, because no matter what they do, if you hit them, it'll be on you.
Making angry gestures, trying to block another vehicle, cutting off another car on purpose.
I think I try to be just calm in the car. I try not to let people upset me. I try.
Rounding out the list, getting out to confront another driver and ramming another car on purpose.
If the road rage is still ongoing and you're driving, the person's cutting you off, give yourself room, back off, take a different route.
Fargo police say they aren't seeing road rage incidents more than in years past, but they say if you call it in, make sure you have a detailed description of the driver and a license plate number.
I would like to say that there's a cure, but that would mean that you wouldn't need law enforcement anymore. It's just a matter of trying to stay calm, keep your head, realizing that you're not the center of the universe.
The study also pointed out male and younger drivers ages 19 to 39 were the most likely to express road rage. But police say it's not worth it to engage other drivers.
Whether or not you're delayed 2 to 3 minutes from getting to your destination, it's not that big a deal.
Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The survey also found that more than half of drivers feel road rage is a bigger problem now than when a previous survey was conducted 3 years ago. Remember, you can also catch our traffic updates each morning on the Valley Today. And you'll want to make sure you control your road rage if you're trying to get to the downtown Fargo Street Fair. There's more construction than usual on both sides of the river, and that's creating a parking crunch for fairgoers. Many of the people we spoke with say they either got to the fair early and drove around for a while until they found a spot, or they took the Link FM bus. The city of Fargo says it wants people to use other community resources like the bike share program and Link FM bus.
Park a mile away and walk in.
Yeah.
Every year for 30 years we've had to do this, So we finally decided to we're getting old now, so we decided to take the bus,
To see the full map with the Link FM bus route, free parking options and construction areas, click on this story at valleynewslive.com. The rain didn't keep shoppers away from the street fair today. Let's head over to Justin Fanfarelli to see how long the rain will last. Justin?
And thank you, Andrea, and good evening, everybody. The rain started during the mid-morning hours, lasted through most of the afternoon. It's just starting to taper off, especially in the Fargo area right now. 63 is what we are at right now. We're closer to 70 up toward the international border, Grand Forks, Langdon, Crookston, Thief River Falls, and Roseau. Where they're seeing more sunshine into Lakes Country, though, only near 60 degrees. We're still seeing some rain showers out that way. Here's where the rain is right now, just to the west and to the south of the Fargo area. It should be moving out momentarily if it hasn't already where you live, and we're still seeing it from Detroit Lakes down toward Fergus Falls and the Breckenridge area. Now, as we go through later on this evening, there's your rain tapering off. Temperatures will fall into the mid and then lower 60s, and we'll see mainly cloudy skies during the overnight. We have a few more chances of some showers and thunderstorms through the weekend. We'll get into that a little later on in the newscast.
All right, thank you, Justin. And you can stay up to date on the weather conditions where you are anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. A kidnapping suspect has made a request to be allowed to leave the jail for 6 hours and visit his sick mother. The jail has denied Jacob Kinn's request. However, a Beltrami County judge still needs to make a determination on it. Kinn was arrested June 23rd after a manhunt for a missing 5-year-old girl. She disappeared after a fire destroyed the mobile home of the woman babysitting her. The body of Melissa Norby was found tied up and under a mattress in the rubble. Kinn is currently jailed on kidnapping and parole violation charges. He has not been charged with murder or sexual assault. The 5-year-old kidnapping victim showed physical signs of sexual abuse, and investigators link a missing gasoline can from Kin's home to one found inside Norby's. At the time of his arrest, Kin, a registered sex offender, was still on probation from a 2013 child pornography conviction. His next court date is scheduled for September. A Fargo woman has been arrested after making threats to her neighbors last night, causing the entire neighborhood to go into lockdown. Police arrested 46-year-old Clydeen Harrington for terrorizing and resisting arrest. Officers believe alcohol was a factor in the disturbance call that came in around 9 last night. They say Harrington was threatening to shoot her neighbor and fire at police if they came to the house. After speaking with the woman and her family, police determined there was no threat to the public. No one was hurt, and police say there were no weapons involved, despite the initial threat. Fargo police are sending out a warning after taking several reports of storage unit burglaries. Officers are recommending people invest in a stainless steel disc padlock to secure their unit, like the one you see on your screen. Police say the disc shape can stop the most common ways of forcing locks open. And they're cheap, too. The locks cost about $12 to $15. A special event is planned in Grand Forks tonight to confront the problem of sex trafficking. The Red Sand Project is designed to at least get a community conversation started. Tonight at 7 at Arbor Park on South 4th Street in downtown Grand Forks, a public event will be held. Everyone will receive a bag of red sand to spread between the cracks of sidewalks. The idea is to get a community conversation started regarding sex trafficking. Members of Youth Works out of Fargo will provide a few comments about the problem before everyone takes part in the Red Sand Project.
So this is an organization that works with troubled youth and homeless youth, and we know that that population is especially susceptible to sex trafficking. So they'll be coming and saying a few remarks and telling us about the state of the problem in North Dakota, and then we'll spread out around downtown Grand Forks and place the sand in the sidewalk cracks.
If you can't make it to tonight's event, you can still take part in the Red Sand Project. You can pick up your bag of red sand at their booth at this Saturday's Farmers Market in downtown Grand Forks. A new scam is targeting people with college loans. A Globe University alumni is warning other students not to believe a book by its cover. David Cohn was on Facebook when he saw an ad offering loan forgiveness from his alma mater, Globe University. After calling the number, the company wanted to know if his loans were higher than $10,000. Once Cohn told the company his loans were lower than that, they became rude and hung up, and that's when he called the BBB. The Better Business Bureau says the scam offers loan forgiveness for current and former college students, suggesting student loans might be eligible for forgiveness. The BBB is warning people that anyone who says to you that those loans can be forgiven quickly and easily is lying. It's not clear yet what company is ultimately behind this offer. Cohn doesn't want other students to get ripped off for more money in addition to the thousands of dollars in student loans. Folks checking out the street fair today are getting a chance to see and buy some of the handiwork of local artists. The Plains Art Museum is taking advantage of the crowds in town for the street fair to host their second annual summer art sale. It's only one day, today, but it's not over yet. In addition to seeing the finished creations of some of the people who may be your neighbor, you'll also get the chance to watch live pottery demonstrations and take a look at sidewalk chalk art. The sale and show runs until 8 tonight. Boots are filling up with donations to help send kids off to camp. As we told you yesterday, firefighters will be out through tomorrow to help raise money for kids with muscular dystrophy. You can help by donating at any of the 7 Fargo, Moorhead, Hornbachers locations. Firefighters will be out from noon until 8 p.m. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Some good news for those of you who like to travel off-road. A 400-mile trail is coming to Minnesota. The details later on Valley News Live at 6.
And temperatures just barely reached 65 degrees today for a high. We picked up 1/1600 of an inch of rain. We have a couple more rain chances coming up. We'll get into that coming up next.